All right, that sounds good. Nice look at weather. Hopefully some snow rolling in the area.
Hope so. We need that weather, and like Craig said, to blow in all the gunk that is down there in the valley. So keeping our fingers crossed.
Definitely. Now, a few weeks ago now, cyclocross made its way into Utah. First Trailside Park, then at Soldier Hollow. So a couple of really big events like state championships. Also, people coming from all over the world really to do this cyclocross. Well, if you don't know what it is, it's sort of a cross between mountain biking, road riding, steeplechase. You're jumping off your bike, you're running through mud.
You're carrying your bike, a little bit of everything.
It's interesting. And in Europe, it's huge. I mean, a lot of athletes in Europe, because, you know, they get off-road, they get in the Alps there, and they kind of do their thing, so it's huge over there. And
it's got a pretty big following here as well. In fact, bringing this event in for those couple of times like you mentioned, more and more people now want to check this out, and they're looking at bringing it back here, maybe even more. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, actually, Soldier Hollow said that they will have an event there next year, at least one, maybe two, in some of the bigger events. So they had such a great, the track is ready there. It's perfect. Of course, that's where the Olympic was. So why not do some cyclocross? We have a little piece. Let's take a look.
So this was a really difficult course.
The altitude, I always wish you had a little more oxygen.
It's biking, it's running, it's road, and it's off-road. What is cyclocross?
I'm here with Todd Wells, the current cyclocross national champion, and he's going to tell us what makes a cyclocross bike different than any other bike that we may be familiar with.
The cyclocross bike, it's like a hybrid road bike actually. It has a little bit wider fork with the cantilever brakes to allow for better mud clearance. And also we use a knobby tire with a bigger volume. Standard road tires are normally around 20 centimeters, and these cross tires range anywhere from 28s to 34, so they're a little bigger, better for riding on the dirt.
The man-made and natural obstacles are what makes cyclocross unique. While some cyclists stay on their bikes and bunny hop these barriers, Racer demonstrated the more common traditional cyclocross dismount.
Yesterday we learned a little bit about cyclocross, and today we're back for the UCI Redline World Cup races.
The popular European sport is finally gaining recognition in the U.S. And today in Soldiers Hollow, the athletes were trying to rack up points for the Redline Cup Series. This race was part of the U.S. team selection trials that will determine who competes at the World Championships in Italy this February. Team tactics play an important role in cyclocross. On both the women's and men's sides, teammates went 1 and 2.
My teammate put on a good show out there in the front for the win, and I was second. So Cliff Bar team went 1-2.
For the men, teammates Todd Wells and Marc Gullickson worked together to break away from the pack and secure first and second.
Todd Wells is going to take the victory.
So the race was really for third. We talked to Jacques-Maynes about that sprint to the finish.
There were several attacks right at the end. Travis seemed to just be, at one point he said, you know, I don't care about third place, guys, and he just wanted to hammer and catch Gully and Wells, and I know we're not going to get him. I just hung back, held on to the attacks, and it came to the sprint just like I figured it would, and I won the sprint at the beginning, so I figured it was I had a pretty good shot.
Todd, congratulations on your win. It looked like it was really a team effort.
Yeah, my teammate Marc Gullickson got away early, and luckily I was able to sit on for a while and eventually jump across to him, and we worked together for the rest of the race.
You guys had a strong lead, and then you took the win at the end just to retain your title.
Yeah, Gully's focusing on the Verge series, I'm focusing on the Redline series, and this was one of the Redline races. For us, you know, it doesn't matter. As long as the Goose wins, we win.
All right, for the women, Gina Hall took first, Carmen DeLucio was second, and Ann Grandy was third. And on the men's side, national champion Todd Wells finished first, with teammate Marc Gullickson in second, and Jacques-Maynes won the field sprint to take third. From Soldiers Hollow, this is Sarah Lang for Park City Television.
And that was a look at cyclocross. If you wondered what it was, there you go.
Oh, it looked pretty crazy.
It was cool, huh? They jump off their bikes, and it looks a lot like road bike riding. You can see their bikes are kind of similar in that sense, but then they also have the wheels that you can get in the mud. Now, the one that was here at Trailside was during that snowstorm that we had, and it was muddy. There was like 3 or 4 inches of snow on the ground. People were crashing all over. It was just a mess. So that was a beautiful day right there at Soldier Hollow.
That wasn't it. It's always a nice day over at Soldier Hollow. All right, we're going to see if we've got any more nice days in our forecast. It's time to take another look at our weather conditions right after this.